Finally, we're also going to check out a very interesting scale that is not used very often, but I want to show you the fingering because we will be using it a lot more later on when we get into playing outside. But still, it's a great scale to have under your belt, so we're going to check it out. It's the Locrian Scale, and I'll give you a few tips on how to use it also. The Locrian Scale is a minor scale, which means that it has a minor third, but it also has a diminished fifth. Diminished fifth is a tone that usually is very tensed. Sounds a little bit outside. And it also has a minor second, which is also tensed. Sounds outside. But we're still going to check it out. The formula of the Locrian mode is root, minor second, minor third, perfect fourth, diminished fifth, minor sixth, and minor seventh. So all the intervals are minor. We even have a diminished one in there, the fifth. The fifth is a diminished interval. Let's check out the fingering for that, the scale position. We'll use the E shape for that. So the root is on the low E string, third fret if we're in G. It happens on the right side of that root from my perspective, so between frets 3 and 6 pretty much. Here's the fingering we're going to use. On the low E string, frets 3, 4, 6. Fifth string, 3, 4, 6. Fourth string, 3, 5, 6. Third string, 3, 5, 6. Second string, 4, 6. And first string, 3, 4, 6. Here it is all together. It sounds very tensed. Let's check out the arpeggio now. The arpeggio is a root, minor third, diminished fifth, minor seventh. Very interesting arpeggio. As soon as you hear that type of arpeggio, you kind of know that something cool might be going on. And it's that cool that I'm going to try to share with you in a second. But first we're going to take a look at the different positions. That way you can play all over the fretboard, and I'll explain to you why we're talking about that particular mode. The arpeggio also gives us the type of chord that is used. Root, minor third, diminished fifth, and minor seventh. We don't really find that type of chord in the blues chord progressions that we talked about previously. We don't have that. But we have a hidden arpeggio that is very similar to that minor seventh, flat 5 arpeggio. That's the arpeggio of the Locrian, also known as the half diminished arpeggio. We have a hidden one if we look at the minor blues scale. The minor blues scale is a scale made of a root, minor third, perfect fourth, diminished fifth, perfect fifth, and minor seventh. And within that scale, see how close it sounds, the arpeggio, the blues scale. So we find a hidden half diminished arpeggio within our minor blues scale. And that's why I want us to study the Locrian mode. We're not really using the full Locrian mode as in a full scale yet, but we're using its arpeggio over a blues chord progression because we can find within the minor blues scale that arpeggio.